Good afternoon. Today we're going to be talking about dehumidifying tops. One of the challenges on building guitars is keeping the wood uh, within a good humidity range. Ideally, it should be within between 45 and 50%. A lot of the country, that's not a difficult thing to do. But there's a lot of the country, like here in South Carolina, where most of the year it's too humid to be able to do that without spending a lot of money on air conditioning and dehumidifiers, things like that. So if you got a small shop, or if you're just building one or two guitars, um, I've come up with a method here of dehumidifying tops or backs if you want to, passively without having to run a dehumidifier or air conditioner, or it get too dry in the wintertime. What we're using here, believe it or not, is kitty litter. Not just any kitty litter, but this is actually pure silicone gels, crystals, which is the exact same ingredient that is in the little desiccant packs that come in items that you order that they want to keep the humidity down on or keep it from rusting or whatever. Anything that needs to be a little bit drier air. This is a very cheap method of getting a bag of kitty litter. Make sure it's not used kitty litter. It's got to be new kitty litter. This bag here was $17, which was, it's a lot more than you really need. What I've done here is I've built a plastic box, and I built it out of plastic. This is just some acrylic that I happen to have, and I built it this way. You can, if you wanted to build it out of metal, if you've got metal, but anything that won't absorb moisture. Plastic, it's not going to absorb moisture. It's not going to multiply the effect of the humidity, because if you build it out of wood, it's going to be that much more wood that you've got to dehumidify, unless you really seal it good on the inside. But plastic, this was the easiest way to do it. It can be very lightweight plastic because we're not putting this under pressure or a vacuum or anything like that. It's just normal atmospheric pressure. And then I've got cut this foam here on the end to just close it off, to seal it off. And you can see here my little humidistats here. This one shows 58%. Do I need to move that around a little bit? The outside air is 58%.
Can't see it. There you go. Turned up toward the light.
There you go.
There you go.
58%. That's what it is on the outside. 59%. Now, if you look at the ones that I've got inside the box, can you focus on those? Can you see those? You need to come around because they're turned the other way. Shows 44% inside the box. There you go. 44%. Now I've got a couple tops in there, and they've been in there for a couple of weeks. This is something that doesn't work quickly, but you can, if you're working on a project on a weekend, you can stick them in there one weekend, leave it for the weekend, and pull them out the next weekend. As you can see, each corner I've just got a plastic container that I have put some of the kitty litter in. Now, I did prepare the kitty litter before putting it in here, the silicone gel. Put it on a shallow baking pan. Put the amount on there that you want to use. Stick it in the oven at about 250 to 300 degrees. Leave it in the oven for half hour, 45 minutes or so. There's nothing critical about it. Just don't get it too hot. but that will bake off any moisture that's in the silicone gel. Then just put it in the containers. Put your tops in there. If you put more than one in there, make sure you put stickers between them so that their air can flow between them. And you can reuse the silicone gel. As long as you don't, like I said, as long as you keep it away from your cat, don't let the cat in. You can just stick it back in the oven and it will dry it out again. Stick it in for your next batch of tops and you're ready to go. But this was the simplest, completely passive system that I could think of for drying tops sufficiently to before you glue up the bracing on them to glue the bodies together. And it's not like as soon as you pull this out, it's not the moisture content of the wood is not going to shoot back up real quick. It takes a while for it to absorb from the atmosphere, so you got plenty of time to work with it. But like I said, this was the simplest, cheapest, passive way that I could think of to do this. I don't have to worry about leaving it unattended. It's not connected to electricity. There's no heat source. There's no vacuum source. And there's no dehumidifier or air conditioning involved in it. It should work well in any kind of environment as long as it's within a reasonable temperature range. So anyway, that's my top conditioner, dryer, whatever you want to call it. And that's it for today. Thank you.